Taman Mini Indonesia Indah, or Beautiful Indonesia Miniature Park, is a culture-based recreational area located in East Jakarta, Indonesia. It has an area of about 250 acres. The park is a synopsis of Indonesian culture, with virtually all aspects of daily life in Indonesia's 26 provinces encapsulated in separate pavilions with the collections of Indonesian architecture, clothing, dances and traditions are all depicted impeccably. Apart from that, there is a lake with a miniature of the archipelago in the middle of it, cable cars, museums, Keong Emas Imax cinema, a theatre called the Theatre of My Homeland, and other recreational facilities which make TMII one of the most popular tourist destinations in the city. Since 2007, Taman Mini Indonesia Indah launched new logo with branding slogan Pesona Indonesia. On December 31, 2014, World Peace Committee decided TMII's International Civilization Park and World Peace Theme Park. History. The idea of presenting Indonesia in a small scale was conceived by former Indonesian First Lady, Siti Hartinah, better known as Tien Soeharto. It came about at a convention on 8 Cendana Street at March 13, 1970. Through this recreational site, she hoped to cultivate national pride in more Indonesian people. A project called Indonesian Miniature Project was started by Harapan Kita Foundation in 1972. The concept of this culture-based recreational area was inspired by Indonesia's unparalleled natural riches and local folk diversity characteristics. TMII was originally located on a public area of 145 hectares as farms and fields. Later, the team was able to convert these fields into a suitable location for the construction. The topography of TMII is rather hilly, consistent with what the builders required. The team claimed the advantage of utilizing this uneven terrain was the ability to create interesting and diverse landscapes and enclosures, as well as reflecting the various characteristics of the Indonesian environment. Parts of TMII. Venues of Indonesian provinces. Since each Indonesian province maintains its own unique and distinct cultures, shelters, attire and dialects, TMII built a model of each of the houses from Indonesian provinces. TMII attempted not only to reconstruct the homes of the various provinces, but also to create a realistic model of the environment and shelters of the various people of Indonesia. The venues, which are situated around the main lake in a similar fashion to the different islands of the Indonesian archipelago, are thematically divided into 6 areas in respect to the main islands of Indonesia: Java, Sumatra, Kalimantan, Sulawesi, the Lesser Sunda Islands, Maluku and Papua. Each pavilions featured in typical vernacular Indonesian architecture of each provinces. Examples of Indonesian traditional vernacular houses are Joglo and Omat Kudus, Javanese houses of Central Java and Yogyakarta Pavilion, Minangrumah Gadang of West Sumatra Pavilion, Malay houses of Jambi and Rai provinces, Torajan Tongkonan and Bugis House of South Sulawesi Pavilion, and Balinese house compound with intricately carved Candi Bentar, Split Gate and Koreagung Gate. It also displays various traditional costumes, wedding costumes, dance costumes, also ethnography artifacts such as weapons and daily tools. Models of traditional architecture are in display to describe the way of life of its people. Each province's pavilions also equipped with small stage, amphitheater or auditorium for traditional dance performances. Traditional music performances are traditional ceremonies that usually held in Sundays. Some of these pavilions also equipped with cafeterias featuring traditional Indonesian cuisines and also souvenir shops offering various handicrafts, t-shirts and souvenir engineers. Since 1975 until the 2000s, the original design of TMII consists of a model of the houses from the 27 provinces of Indonesia, including East Timor. But after the secession of East Timor from Indonesia in 2002, the East Timor Pavilion changed its status to become the Museum of East Timor. Also, since Indonesia now consists of 33 provinces, currently the new province pavilions of Bangka Belitung, Banten, West Sulawesi, North Maluku, Gorontalo, Rai Islands, and West Papua is being built in northeast part of the park. After the recognition of Indonesian Chinese culture as the integral part of Indonesian culture in 2000, the new Indonesian Chinese Pavilion and a Confucian temple was built within the park. Religious buildings. The religious buildings of several official faiths is meant to showcase the interfaith tolerance and religious harmony of Indonesia. The religious buildings are Pangeran Diponegoro Mosque, Santa Catharina Catholic Church, Hallelujah Protestant Church, Penataran Tabum Balinese Hindu Temple, Ayudwipa Arama Buddhist Temple, Sasana Adarasa Pangeran Samba Nyala, Kong Miao Confucian Temple. Gardens and parks. There are about 10 gardens spread within TMII complex, but most are located primarily on the north and northeast side of the main lake. Orchid Garden, Medicinal Herbs Garden, Cactus Garden, Jasmine Garden, Keong Emas Flower Garden, Freshwater Aquarium, Bekasar Garden, Bird Park, Taman Miniature Park, stage and music performances, Taman Budaya Tionghoa Indonesia, an Indonesian Chinese cultural park, Reptile Park in Komodo Zoological Museum compound. A fully grown Komodo dragon nicknamed Bima resides in the Reptile Park near the Eastern Gate, which you can pet and take pictures with for Rp. 5,000. Technological Center, Pusat Paraganipteka Science and Technology Display Center is under coordination of Research and Technology Ministry. At the end of 2011 has 15 sites with about 300 science tools and visited by 341,000 visitors in a year. The sites are robotic, electric and magnet mechanics, mathematics, etc. Museums. There are 14 museums at TMII: Indonesia Museum, Purna Bakti Pertiwi Museum, Soldier Museum, Indonesian Stamps Museum, Pusaka Museum, Transportation Museum, Museum Electricity and AMP New Energy Museum, Telecommunication Museum, Penerangan Museum, Sports Museum, ISMAP Museum, Komodo Zoological Museum and Reptile Park, Insects Museum, Research and AMP Technology Information Center, Oil and AMP Gas Museum, East Timor Museum, Theaters Keong Emas Imax Theater, Tanah Aku Theater, 4D Theater, Monuments, Halls, Buildings and other exhibits. Kala Makara Main Gates, Flower Clock, Tugu Api Pancasila, the main monument, an obelisk celebrating Pancasila, Baluwati, a twin gate with relief of Indonesian history on its wall, Pendoburgung Sasono Utomo, the main building in Japanese Joglo style, Sasono Utomo Exhibition Hall, Sasono Langan Budoyo, indoor stage and theater, Sasono Manganti, Sasana Kriya, multi-purpose function hall, park management office, Kokit Sculpture, a display of wooden sculptures by Kokit, a famous Balinese artist. The miniature of Borobudur, APEC Memorial Monument and Garden, Non-Alignment Nations Friendship Monument and Garden. The miniature of Indonesian archipelago on Central Lake, Indonesian archipelago plaza and stage. Jati Tamana, a remnant of a large teak tree. Kayuged, the display of large tree trunk. Rides Skylift Indonesia cable car. Aeromoval Indonesia, a wind-powered people mover. Mini train around the park. Boat ride on Indonesian archipelago lake. Swan paddle boat on Indonesian archipelago lake. Bicycle rent ride. Car ride around the area. Recreation facilities Istana Anak-anak Indonesia. Taman Mini Kiddie Rides Park. Desa Seni dan Kerajinan Handicraft Center. Rare Books Market. Snow Bay Water Park Swimming Pool. Telaga Mina Fishing Pond. Warna Alam Outbound Camp. Lodgings Desa Wisata Hostel. Graha Wisata Remaja Youth Hostel. Restaurants Kaping Gunung Restaurant. California Fried Chicken Restaurants. Pasel Madian Restaurant. Various cafeterias and warungs available throughout the park featuring Indonesian cuisines such as soto, gado-gado, nasi goreng and satay. Plans. At 2011 the operator plans to disburse $35 million for building a new Discovery World theme park. A 2 hectares area will be built since October 2011 and predicted will be operated before end of 2012. It will serves 100 venues, rides and is predicted attracts 1.2 million visitors from Indonesia and Southeast Asia. Gallery.